Hello, everyone, and welcome to Misunderstood. My name is Chimzi, and I'm your host. On today's episode, we have Robbie Kaine. Robbie is a voiceover artist, he's a friend, and on today's episode, he'll be telling us about voiceovers and what the public needs to know about voiceovers. So, on Misunderstood, we bring someone in a career place and then we make you understand what it means to work as that person and we're basically trying to make you understand that nobody's job is actually easy. So with me today is Robbie Kaine. Hi Robbie, welcome to the show and please can you introduce yourself?
Hi,
Hi
Chimsy.
Robbie.
Anybody see you now, they'll not know that you is my friend, yo. Let me not say anything.
Wow.
Let me not bring out your leg
Wow.
on this episode. But hey, guys, my name is Rumby. I've been Chimsy's friend for donkey years old. People also call me Voices of Robbie. I am a voiceover artist, a storyteller, the founder of Crimson Stories, where we write stories. And recently, you can call me the convener of Voiceover Connect
Woo!
conference. And I make bold to say that it's the second in-person attended conference ever to be hosted in the history of voiceovers in Africa. Yeah, so
Guys,
that's
I
me,
know a
Voices
big
of Robbie,
man. If
in
you
the
find
house.
my trouble, I go report you. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, Robbie, can you just give us a brief intro on what voiceovers is like for it as a career? Can you just tell us what it is? Because I'm sure a lot of people do not even know what voiceovers is and what is
Okay.
used for. So, just give us a brief run.
Okay, so basically, voiceovers is something that you can go into and make a lot of money from. The voiceover industry in Nigeria is booming. In fact, the world right now has their eyes set on Nigeria, right? Because basically, before I go on, let me just tell you what voiceovers is. It's basically where a person gets to use their voice to properly interpret a script, right, to a particular audience. Now that script could be a script for a commercial, it could be a script for an animation or something, but it's basically the use of a voice by someone to properly interpret so that the audience, the intended audience, actually understands what the script is trying to say. Now, okay, now it's something that you can go into and make a whole lot of money. It's just that people around this part, they just think that voiceovers is uh come chop, come talk. No, it's not come talk. It's actually a skill. I think as this interview goes on, there's a part where I'm going to have to delve into, the misconceptions around voiceovers, and I'm going to talk about that. But right now, you can just understand that if you've got a good voice or even a husky voice, and you've got the flair for voicing, doing things with your voice, that voiceover is something that you can go into, and it's something that can pay you, put food on your table, help the society, help industries at large. Voiceover is something you should get
Uncle
into.
I have a question. Why have I not started making
All
money
right.
from voiceovers? Why have you not taught me? Are we beefing?
Basically, you've not actually. We're not beefing. We're not beefing. Don't worry, once you're ready, just come and meet me, man. I want to take you under my arms like a dawn is supposed
Hey,
to.
everybody. I know you anything. All
Fat
right.
Joe.
So let's start with you.
Okay.
What sparked up your
Okay.
interest in voiceovers? Tell us how it all began.
It all began. I think this thing for me started as a kid. For the longest time, I could remember myself playing around with my voice, and all because of cartoons. Because I started out watching cartoons at a very young age, and I get to see people play around with their voice. I get to see characters like Aladdin, Princess Jasmine, Roadrunners, Pinky and the Brain. The fact
Yeah.
that people could actually use their voice, yeah. The fact biker mice from Mars, Captain Planet, Danger Mouse. So the fact that people could actually use their voice to, bring characters to life was something that interested me a lot. So I'd find myself trying to sound like different characters. I'd find myself mimicking these characters and all of that. Yeah, and I found out that it was something I'd love to do. So the fact that I could, now use my voice to entertain people, use my voice to inform people. The fact that I could use my voice and play around with my voice was something that I really loved. and that's why I got into voiceovers. And as time went on, as I kept on studying this, I saw that it was actually something that I could use as a career, something I could put money on my table. So I decided to go full on into it. That's basically why I got into voiceovers, because it's
It's
fun.
fun.
Basically, because it's
Okay.
fun, and also that's the very first thing. It's fun, and the other second thing that's just behind it is that the fact that I can make money doing it. Right.
Okay.
That's it.
So, one question. How many times did your mother beat you for making noise? Like, guy, keep quiet.
Okay, I would say she beat me, but when I start playing around my voice in the house, they'll be like, "Stop making noise. We're trying to watch the news or something. Stop make." Yeah, back then, I'll be in the parlor, I'll be in the dining, they're doing something. I'll start, I'll just remember a scene from a cartoon, and then I'll start
I can
voicing.
imagine.
They'll be like, but basically, yeah, they didn't really beat me. They'll just basically tell me to keep quiet. But one of the things I saw that was that they actually enjoyed it. So
Oh,
when I start, if they're not doing something serious, yeah, well, if they're not doing something serious, they would actually enjoy it. They would listen to me. I can remember my uncles, my aunts, they would listen to me. And sometimes when my mom's friends are around, yeah, when they come around, I'll just be like, "Good evening, ma'am. How you doing?
wow.
Hello." Just play around with my voice, and to be kind of fun. So they didn't necessarily beat me. They kind of enjoyed it. But when they were serious and I came to do this thing, mouth could touch me.
No hand,
Right.
mouth. Mouth could touch you. Okay.
Mouth.
All right. I can imagine.
Right.
So, can you walk us through your recording sessions, like from the beginning to the end? What's it like?
Okay. Okay, so for me, recording doesn't just start from when I get in front of my mic. No, it could start 2, 3 days before. Because before I get on the mic, I have to marry the script. Because what you're doing basically is you're
Guys,
recording
I
a
have
script.
suffered in his
So
hands. Robbie can God. Continue. Continue.
So basically, what I do is I get the script. So for a day or two, I'm understanding the script. I'm being one with the script. I'm reading the scripts. I'm noticing the nuances, because from the script you know the audience,
Yeah.
right? So when you now know your audience, you now know how to sound for that audience to understand you. Now that script can be directed to another audience. You have to sound a different way, basically. So you as a voiceover artist have to understand your audience. So I have to interpret that script based on the audience I'm hearing. So this is one of the reasons why I take time to read it, know where the full stops are, know when to pause, know when to go fast or slow, know when to go high or low. So it takes me this time. Then after that, uh, now there's a kind of voice, the kind of way you might want to sound. For example, if there's a script where I have to sound husky, where I have to sound something like this: "Hi, baby, don't you just love the way you do the things you do?"
Yeah.
I have to wake up early. I have to now say, okay, what time of the day do I have this kind of voice? That's early in the morning from 4, 5 a.m. So I wake up by that time, I record by that time, I do like 3, 4 takes, right? And I'm done recording. I could leave it and just go about my day, do other things. Then I come back, and then I get into the production phase. Now, you say I recorded 2 or 3 takes. This is because in one take, everything might not be
Yeah.
perfect there. In the other take, this one that didn't sound good here might sound better here. So I could just take from here, put here, and at the end of it, I have a perfect production. So for me, my process doesn't just start from the day when I'm recording. It starts from the day when I get the scripts. It starts like 2, 3 days before that time, so that I could actually voice properly, portray the needed emotions and intentions, and connect with the
Yeah.
directed audience that's the script is directed to. So that's how it works for me.
So guys, it's not as easy as we think it is. So for us, we just think you just go in front of the camera or in front of the mic and then you're talking. Then you're doing
Yeah.
adverts. I suffered in Robbie's hands. I'm going to tell everybody this story. I went to visit Robbie. Robbie was trying to make a demo for a competition that he was going into. I did not sleep. I didn't hear anything. The only thing I was hearing was, "Everybody get down." I can never forget. Busy Jide the ghost. Oh my God.
Okay, I
Jide,
remember.
why?
I remember.
It wasn't funny.
I
Robbie dealt
remember.
with us
Oh,
in that house. Yeah,
amazing,
so
amazing.
I have seen him do what he said. So if I pick anything from what you just said, if I'm to pick anything, is that your voicing for you doesn't just start when you get in front of the mic, it starts days before. So you're prepping yourself before you get
Right.
there.
Right.
So it's not as easy as we think. Yeah. All right.
Uh-huh.
So can you share a memorable experience with us? Memorable experience of your voicing.
Voicing the adventures of Timini episode 1, Timini and the Rice Clan in prayer was pretty much memorable for me. And um, one of the main reasons why it was memorable for me was because at that time, I was getting into voiceovers, like seriously get into voiceovers, and there's this thing where you keep waiting for people to give you their platforms, you keep waiting for people to invite you to partner with you or to have you on one of their stories
Yeah.
or something. But the thing is, nobody might. So it came to me, since I write stories, I have a storytelling company called Crimson, right? Why not just do the audio versions of this story, right? So we created this short a mini series titled The Adventures of Timini. It's for kids and the family. And what The Adventures of Timini does is that it just educates our kids on the importance of things like prayer, hard work,
Yeah.
respect, and all of that. So why it was very memorable for me was because that step actually showed me that I could create my own platform instead of waiting for other people to invite me to
Yeah.
their platform, right? And the second thing why it was memorable for me was because I'm this kind of person. My name is Voices of Robbie, and it's Voices of Robbie for a reason. And that's because I could change my voice. So it was very memorable for me because I got to play three characters in that, that mini series, that particular episode. Yeah, so for the fact that I could showcase the dexterity progress of my voice was something for me. It was memorable. I had to voice Timmy the kid. Then I had to bring two grains of rice to life. The slim one and the fat one. Obviously, the fat one Shover sounds something like this. Oh, you look at him cover, just licking us. Why does he want to stop us? Then I had to voice the other one. Buster, you don't even know how to pray. Then I had to voice the kid. Mom, talking voice. It was so fun for me. So this is why this was memorable for me. The fact that I got to voice three different characters, and the fact that it was the beginning of me creating my own platform. Right.
I can remember the stories and they're available on YouTube, right?
On YouTube and on our website
All right,
www.crimsonstories.com.
perfect. So, guys, you need to check it out. I actually read one of Robbie's stories when I was having sleepless nights. I had an incident. I read one of his stories. I prayed, and then I felt better. It was like healing. You need to go there and you need to watch and listen and read his stories. They are, well, how do they say it? Medicine to life, like the word of God. Yeah. All right. So, Robbie, tell us, how do you stay up
Yeah.
to date with industry trends? Like this one is happening here, this one is happening here, the other one is happening. There's a lot of noise online. So how do you stay up to date and how do you stay consistent with what you do?
Okay. So, the thing is, people, I'll say this first, right? You are not an island in whatever industry you find yourself in whatever you're doing, you are not an
Yeah.
island, right? So, for me, one of the ways I keep up to date with what's happening in the industry is by looking at what my counterparts are doing in the industry. So now I don't just look at, I look at the people at the top. What are they doing? I look at my mentor, Kingi Afamike in Lagos. I follow him bumper to bumper. I look at my friends, T Code. I look at Daza voiceovers. I look at the voiceover artists in Australia, in Kenya, in America. What are they doing? What's happening? Do you understand? This is one of the ways to stay up to date with what's
Yeah.
happening. It's one of the ways to get information on what's happening. And then when you do this kind of thing, you just know how to adjust yourself so that you stay relevant in the industry. Because if everyone is doing it's been at the cutting edge and you're coming out, you're still doing things that have kind of passed. I mean, it's good and all of that. It can, help you. But the thing is, you might not be as relevant as you would be. So one of the ways I stay up to date is by looking at what the forerunners are doing, the people at the top, what are they doing? I look at them, I replicate in my own way and stay up to date. That's how I do it.
Awesome.
I mean, copying is not bad to copy. It's just
Exactly.
copy what's good and do
Exactly.
it
You
in
know
your
that
own way. Don't copy.
there are
And you
some
know
people
that,
that like to
yeah,
just be on their own, like it's my own style, my own thing. Yeah. And then you wonder
it
why you're
doesn't
not
work.
getting
It doesn't
there.
work.
You know that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't work. And yeah, and I think I need to say this because I said copy. Now, when I said copy, you see that thing they're doing, do your own, but don't fall into the danger where you have to try to sound like
Yeah.
them. No, you are unique in your own way as a voiceover artist. What you have, they don't have. What they have, you don't have. But you can do what they're doing in your own way. You
Exactly.
bring your own uniqueness
Yeah.
to it. So when you're trying to stay up to date with industry trends, stay true to yourself. Be as unique as you are. Don't try to sound like Mr. A or Mr. B. Sound like you, because that's what the world
Yeah.
needs. The world needs you.
The world
Right.
needs you. All right. So what's your go-to warm-up exercise? Like you want to start, what exercises do you do in the morning to get your voice ready?
Okay, so this is good. I like this question because people, oh God, the misconceptions around voiceover is plenty. That's what we're doing. What we're doing. Somebody will just come out and just go to the mic, and in between your voice and in the middle, you just get tired and you wonder why. Just like you see footballers, they do exercises, they go to the gym, they warm up, they do sprints, they run. For a voiceover artist, you have to do exercises because what exercises do for you as a voiceover artist is that it keeps you in
Yeah.
shape. It keeps your voice in shape. Okay, so for me, there are different voice warm up exercises I do. I do lip thrills, I do tongue twisters, I practice deep breathing, holding my breath, right? Because the much you can say and how perfectly and how well you can say them will is determined or directly proportional to how long you can hold
Mm-hmm.
your breath for. So this is one of those one-up exercises, lip trios,
Yeah.
right? This is what it is. It may look and sound silly, but you can't be in this industry if you're not willing to look and sound silly. Because tell me why a 57-year-old grown how a 57-year-old I'm not 57 by the way, but how
Asha
a
old. Yeah,
57-year-old grown man
old.
okay. Wait, okay, then let me know is the age. But just tell me how you watch a cartoon, right? And you see this very silly character. Now, when you go at the end and you're looking at the cast, you now see the person who voiced it, and you go and check the person out on
Exactly.
Google. You find out the person is like 70 years old man. 70 years old man. You begin to wonder. So this is it's an industry where just be ready to play and have fun. So lip trills, it looks silly. You did it when you were small. You will do it again.
My makeup.
So what this does is that number one, it opens your vocal cords. It clears the
Mm-hmm.
airways. Number two, it helps you it increases your diaphragm so that you can hold air for much longer,
Okay.
right? The length of time you can talk without running out of breath is determined by how much air you can hold. That's why you see rappers like Busta Rhymes. You know when you're talking fast, you're not actually breathing. That's why you see rappers like Busta Rhymes,
Eminem.
Twista, this generation. Eminem, thank you, bring you closer. This generation, people will not know Twista. The people even know who Busta Rhymes is. Anyways, Twista, Eminem, Busta Rhymes. That's why you see they can rap for very long without stopping. That's because they can hold
Yeah.
their breath. So you, for a voiceover artist, you need it. In fact, I've been telling my friend here, James, that I want to start. I want to register in the gym. I want to make some drastic lifestyle changes, and that's because I need it.
Somebody
You need the
told me that
stamina.
by February, when I will see him, I will not believe. I am waiting. My brother,
Six
shock
pack,
me.
man.
I'm waiting.
I will
If you don't
shock you.
shock
I'm
me, you
gonna
will pay
shock
me
you,
100K.
right? So
You will pay me 100K.
shock you. I get the money. I'll shock you. I have money. I have money. You will give me the
Everybody
money to
beg him
give to
money.
you.
He has money. Eh? I will give you the money to give to
Sorry, I
me.
just said.
Okay.
Sorry, sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Emma
Okay, man. No wahala.
So basically, that's what I do: lip trills, tongue twisters, and you know why this is important? It's because you don't want to start your recording and halfway into your recording you start sounding better, right? Because now you start using your voice has now
Yeah.
opened, you now start sounding better. But when you do your vocal warm-ups before you start voicing, your voice is open, you're good to go. And so once you just start recording, you're getting good quality from your voice and you're recording perfectly. So that's
Oh,
that's it.
awesome. Awesome. All right. So the next question is going to bring in emotions. If you want to cry, please go
Oh,
ahead to
okay. What's it?
cry. I like to see you cry
Okay,
anyways.
what's happening right now?
Can you share an embarrassing moment from a recording session?
Ah, um, uh, I have
Uh-huh.
one. This was years ago when I think at that time I had not started taking it serious, but I
Okay.
just knew that I was going to take this serious. So a friend of mine, Speshi, he's in Port Harcourt here. He took me to a studio to go record something. Right? I mean, I get voice, nice voice. Oh.
See, I get voice.
Well, we got to the studio. We got to the studio. So the guy, the engineer, the person who was recording us was like, he started being what's the word? He started being degrading, he started being condescending, making statements like, "Oh, this guy not even just sabi wetin he dey do. Why you carry this guy?" He wanted me to sound a particular way. Like, and I was doing a good job. Or even the person who brought me was liking what I was doing. But this Oga said he's not liking. In fact, that if I not bring this guy, I get person wey for do this in
Wow.
better pass. In my very before, it was embarrassing. It was annoying. And me, I'm someone who doesn't. I like peace. But that day, I
I
thought like,
like trouble.
is something wrong with you? Is that how you talk to people? I was so pissed there. I mean, no, we didn't fight though, but I gave it to him in the studio there.
I can imagine.
Let me not say something. Let me just
Hold on, hold
let
on,
me
hold
not
on.
say something I
Suck
shouldn't
it
say.
in, suck it in, suck am. Suck belly. All right. We forgive him in Jesus' name and we move forward.
Amen. Have naniki
All
braniki
right.
shani
So
kanada.
the next question. How do you handle rejection or criticism? You know, now you just explained that you lashed out at that guy. That was then. So now that voiceover is a career for you, how do you handle criticism or rejection? Like, guy, we don't want this, we want something else. We'll record again, start over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to answer how do you handle rejection and criticism. There you now mentioned record again, start over. These are four different things. Okay, three different things you've. So rejection. Now you see this thing. Even Jesus was rejected. But you never see Jesus feeling bad because he was
Yeah.
rejected. Oh, of course I came to the world and the world, my own people knew me not, yeah? You see Jesus still go around doing what he was supposed to do, right? So not everyone will accept you. And the fact that let's say you sent in your demo for a job and they wrote back, "Dear so, we're sorry we can't go ahead." Don't feel bad. Don't let your morale drop. It's just that you're not the voice for that
Yeah.
particular job. The people they already have, they know what they're listening to. It's not that your voice is bad. It's not that you're not good. You're good,
You
but it's
know what
just
they
not
want
your
to hear.
voice they're looking for. Because
Yeah.
when they hear that voice, they will take it, right? So this is one of the ways I had rejection. I just be like, oh, okay, this is not what I'm looking for. I make sure that all my T's are dotted, I's, everything. Voice is good. I'm pronouncing my words properly, but you're not just the one for the job. It's not your voice they want. Don't feel bad. Now, when people criticism, now there is criticism is healthy, right? You do something, you should get people to critique, like, oh, okay, put it out there, give your friends or your mentors, this thing I did. I have my students, they come to me, boss, this thing I've recorded, how does this sound? I listen, I tell them, okay, constructive
Yeah.
criticism is what's
Yeah.
needed. So I tell them, okay, this part is okay, I think it should sound this way here, or you could do this here, change. So it's difficult when people don't know how to critique, when they just come to them, oh, but we'll record this nonsense. Oh, but this guy not even sabi voice. When you come across this kind of people, those people are not critiquing. Those people are just not good people, and they just don't know how to talk. When you hear those kind of people, all right, don't listen to them. Hmm? Don't listen to anything they have to say. Instead, go to your mentors, people that will constructively tell you
Exactly.
that, okay, this is not
Yeah.
good. You can do this way. That's one of the ways. You see those people that will come and tell you, boy, you don't even sabi this thing. You see those people, if they're your close friends, leave them. Push them away. They're not good people. There's a better way for them to tell you.
Exactly.
And there's even if they tell you bluntly, like, this thing is not good, it's not good. There's a tone it comes with, right? Not those people that are just
Yeah,
bashing you.
for me,
If one of the
it
things
depends on the
wrong,
person.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
not
You know,
it's
one of the
not
things
everybody
wrong
that should
criticism can
have,
do.
yeah, that should have a hand over you
Yes, I
and
like
your
what you're saying.
craft. Yeah,
Yes, it's not everybody that should have the opportunity to even criticize.
exactly.
Thank you. That's it. So you know the kind of people you're going to let them critique your work. So that's it. Now you mentioned another thing. You said, how do you handle when people say we don't like this one, record again? If you do not set boundaries from the very beginning of that contract, you will suffer. I'm speaking Igbo, sorry. You will suffer. This is so when your clients come to you in your invoice, Biko stated clearly that you are afforded one or two free corrections. Any other correction which is as a result of, or which is not your fault, tell them, state it there. Any other correction that is not my fault will attract a 50% charge of the overall fee.
Away.
That way, that way, when they are giving you the script, they will make sure, because sometimes your clients will come with the script. So when they are giving you the script, they will make sure that this is exactly what they
Yeah,
want. And you, as a voiceover artist, there are certain words they might have written that you don't know how to pronounce, especially names, Yoruba, also names. Ask them, get on a WhatsApp call. Please, how do you pronounce this name? Tell them to send it to you as a
yeah,
voice note. Practice it, pronounce, so that you know that you're in the clear. This way, you can protect yourself from, I don't like this part, record it again. And you know that before you start, one of the things I like to do with my clients before I start recording is I get to sit down with them. Okay, so how do you want it? We'll look at the scripts. Okay, I bring in ideas, they bring in ideas. At the end, right there
yeah.
and then, I'll just do a mock run. So this is how it's going to sound. It's just going to be a mockery like, welcome to the New Plaza Hotel. Right here, your comfort is our priority. Everything you need, you're going to get it because we love you. It's a mock
Yeah.
trial. So, do you want it like this? The person might say, take this part up a bit. I'll just run it there. I'm like, okay, fine. And now, when I go to record, it's not going to sound that way. Those things I pointed out, it's not going to sound
Yeah.
professional. So the way to protect yourself from I don't like it, record it again, is by putting that thing, that's those boundaries that you have two free trials, two free corrections. So that if they're coming again for another correction that is not your fault, before you come and stand in front of your mic, they go and pay you 50% of the overall fee. This is how you protect
So
yourself.
people are rich, oh.
Right.
Voiceover artists, people are rich. I go
Yeah, man.
follow on a chop this
Money day,
morning.
money day.
Money day, Abi. Make a
Yes,
come, Abi.
so money
All
day.
right.
Come
Okay.
on.
That's
Come.
nice. Okay, so the final question is a misunderstood question. So it's tailored
All
for the
right.
show. So in your
Okay.
field, what do you think people misunderstand a lot about your field? And I would like for you to correct those misunderstandings, make people understand what voiceovers stand for, the field. Tell us.
So this is one of the major things. One of the major misunderstandings in voiceover is that no be to just talk. That is the
Yeah.
misunderstanding. That is one of the major things. So it's not just to come talk. Listen, I could do this. Someone can come and do this. Welcome to MTN. Should I call brands now? Okay, MTN is a known brand, so let me just call them. Welcome to MTN. With the new MTN 5G, you can be sure that your network is going to be stable every time for you. No more say goodbye to the network cutting on you and say welcome or hello to stable network connection. I've done that. Or I can do this. Welcome to MTN, your new and stable
Sounds like
improved network.
life.
Say hello to 5G. Say hello to 5G. With 5G, you can say goodbye to bad network connection and say hello to constant network connection. MTN, everywhere you go and here for you. You see the
Yeah.
difference? It's world
Yeah.
apart, right? So voiceovers is not just come talk. It's about understanding the script. It's about analyzing the script. It's about putting life into the script. It's about understanding who the target
Yeah.
audience is. It's about pronouncing it's about knowing where to draw your voice, knowing how to go high, knowing it's about knowing when to laugh and smile because your voice. We might not hear you smile, but we can hear the smile in your voice. Hello,
Hi.
hello.
Hi.
So look at this. So look at it.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
hello. Now you can actually hear. Yeah, yeah. So it's a big misconception. Voiceover is not just come
Yeah.
and talk. No, my mentor King E would say talk is cheap,
It's
but your voice is
expensive.
expensive. It's
Yeah.
not just come and talk. It's about knowing all of these things that make this thing come out properly. So that's a common misconception, common misunderstanding. Voiceover is not just
Yeah.
come talk. It's about knowing how to talk, knowing who you're
Yeah.
talking to, knowing how to sound to who you're talking to, understanding what the product is, and knowing how the
Yeah.
product should sound. Because understand, yeah, the product, which is the script is for a product, is directly proportional to the audience. So a script for a Mercedes Benz is targeted at
Yeah.
bougie people,
Like
rich
me.
people. So you will not be sounding, yeah, like you. So you're not going to be doing a Mercedes advert and you're sounding like, the new Mercedes E-Class 350 is here
Hey,
for you
wait.
now. This car, you cannot start. That is when you now target it to they will not, they don't even hear
Doing
you
kai
because
kai
you're not in their
adverts.
frequency. But when you go for something, the new Mercedes E-Class 350 is one thing that you just want for your road. Yeah, that's going to get you somewhere, right? So that's it. Voiceovers is not just talk. It's actually knowing how to talk. I rest my case, my lord.
All right. I didn't hear you say anything about pricing because, like, that's another thing that people misunderstand. It's just small money. You just press you something, chuck am for your hand, 3K.
Okay. Well, the money part, see that one. You want to understand the money part, come and take training. But I'll say this: voiceovers is an
Yeah.
expensive art. So the Voiceover Association of Nigeria, whose president is Mayoga Shegun Arinze, there's a rate card. Now, this rate card is a guide, right, to show you how you can charge for your services,
Okay.
right? So it's not just there is a way to charge for
Yeah.
voiceovers, and this is a business. It's an
Exactly.
industry. The way you see actors, they pay them their fee, and then there's the other concurrent fees that they keep getting for just one movie. It's the same thing for we voiceover artists, depending on the kind of the job and your
Yeah.
negotiation process. So, for example, you do a job that's going to be playing on radio for a
Yeah.
month. You're going to be paid your normal fee. So let's say, for example, you charge 150,000 for 30 seconds. They will pay you 150. Now, for every day that voiceover is on air, you have an amount they should pay you,
Wow.
right? So if they don't want to pay you like that, then people can come to a sort of agreement where they just pay you off.
Wow.
But that's all I'm going to
These
say
people
concerning
are
this. If you
rich.
want to know
These
more,
voiceover
come and
artists, they are
come and
rich. They get money. If you know anyone, build them.
amen. The God is
All
helping us.
right.
So this year we'll touch the billions and the
Amen.
millions with
Amen. Okay,
voiceovers.
so to wrap up this session as a voiceover artist, please can you talk like an Indian person, an Indian man?
You don't feel just forget
No,
about
you're
this
even
thing.
doing three. This one is like one. Starts.
No, God knows, man. I'm talking to you right now. You're doing some other things I don't want you to do. Habnaniki, Baniki, Janiki, Nagada. What are you doing right there looking so pretty in your house and when you're talking to me on this interview, la? What do you even want to do now? Now you're blushing because I'm talking to you and Indian man is talking to you and you're looking so fine and feeling fly. Habniki, Baniki, Janiki, Nagada.
Can imagine what that means in their language. You should check. All right. Can you talk like a Russian man?
Oh, I've been learning to talk Russia. You Americans like to make big noise, bang bang. We Russians, we make bang bang, big noise. But you Americans make little noise. We Russians, we make big noise. Drink some whiskey. Vladika, what you lots of men doing right here in the street now? But no, we make big noise. Bang bang, Russian man. Strong, Mother Russia.
Awesome. Okay, so the final one. Your
There's no other
There's
one.
one. Oh, your favorite fictional character, cartoon, like cartoon from when you were small. Favorite one, voice it.
I don't
Na
get
lie,
to. I don't have.
na lie. He's lying, everybody.
Which
He's
one do you
lying
know?
in an interview. He's lying. We should be
Okay, wait.
swearing oath who want to do
Okay,
interview. He's lying. Say it. I
wait.
should call it.
Which one? I don't
I should
know.
call it.
Yes, remind me. Which one? Yes,
Okay,
quite,
okay,
quite,
so it's not
quite.
cartoon anyways. It's Aladdin has cartoon and then they now did the actual movie. Shebi? Yes. Yes, the
I got a
genie.
lovely bunch of coconut tea. Ah, genie. Ah, okay. So the genie is Robbie Williams. All right. So Robbie Williams is my mentor. I'm going to do a scene from Mrs. Doubtfire where he was playing around with their dinosaurs
All
and all of
right.
that, right? So he goes, I'm a raptor, doing what I can, gonna eat everything to the appearance of men. Yo, yo, see me, I'm living below the soul. I'll be back, but I'm coming as all. Yeah, yeah, what's his name now? You go, na 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 na. What's his name? Mr. Rabbit Man in the house. Oh, look, you big still. No. Okay, no, Gesundheit. Mom's coming. Hey, help is on the way! Hey, come on now, you can do it. Come on now, you can do it. You know, you can do
Wow.
it. That's all, folks.
Wow. Wow. Awesome. Amazing. If you leave Robbie,
All right.
we'll spend the whole day talking about voiceovers and him voicing because it's something that he loves to do. It's his career and he takes it very personal. It's not just a passion, it's also a career. So, like, he loves it so much. So, I
I
hope
love it.
at the end of this interview, we've been able to convince you and not confuse you that voiceovers are a big deal. It's a career. It's not just something that you do. It's not just something that you just wake up and talk. It's a big deal. So whenever you see a voiceover artist, don't feel that that person doesn't have something big that they are doing. They are employed, very much employed. So, like I said, on Misunderstood, we make you understand everyone's career and help you know that no one's career is a joke. Until next time, see you and remain blessed. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.